I feel like music has been a huge tool in exploring identity because it's like you're literally sitting with yourself and you're telling your stories. I think in any process of creation, like you don't always understand your emotions or how something happened until like you let it out and you're like, oh wow, that's how I felt about that, or that's how I feel about this, or myself, or like where I'm from. Because you're like, oh damn, I really love where I'm from and I love home. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
So happy to have you.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Sudan. My dad is half Iranian, half Sudanese. My mom's half Egyptian, half Sudanese, which is like why also I look like this, super mixed.
I mean, mixed babies
Right.
are always where it's at. Did you grow up there?
So I was born there, and then I grew up in Virginia for like the first 9-10 years of my life. And then from there, we moved to Sudan until I was like 18, graduated from there.
What do you miss most about Sudan?
Funnily enough, I just like miss the dirt roads. I just miss like the environment of like everything is kind of run down, but it's home and all the streets are so familiar to you and you know exactly where you are. I miss the people as well. I feel like I wasn't sadly always proud of being Sudanese or like always proud of my culture. I feel like that was something that I very much learned growing up. I'm very much always alienated from my identity just because like I don't speak Arabic that well and like how I dress and like also the color of my skin.
Do you feel like there was a moment that you really came into stepping into your identity?
Oh yeah, big time. Actually, this is why I'm like such a champion for art, because when I was in uni, I met so many Sudanese artists and like rappers. So I really love hip hop, right? And then I met people who were like rapping in Arabic or rapping in English, but like about Sudanese stories and like just like the hood, like literally where I'm from. And I was like, oh my God, I'd never heard my life be represented in a way that I could relate to. Wow. So that hugely changed my perception on like who I was and where I'm from. And I'm like, we can make it our own.
What would you say you identify the most as?
I definitely identify the most as like Sudanese. I think that the complex comes in the whole like being mixed and not feeling enough from like of either place is like when you're sharing your experiences or storytelling and you're like, oh great, well this definitely doesn't sound anything like what the conventional Sudani person would do or say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'll do other things where I'm like, okay, I don't know like many Westerners who will understand this or relate to this. It feels like my music can be very divided or divisive sometimes, but then like I remind myself that at the end of the day, we're all human. And we all experience universal emotions, whether it's like pain or loss or love, you know? And those things exist in my music, regardless of what the stories are about or the places they're rooted in. So I'm like, the people who get it, get it. I'm the kind of person that like, regardless of how I feel about something or like how I feel it will be perceived, I'll do it anyway. I don't want to trap myself into this thing of like, oh, I can't do or say this or have to hide from this because of how people will see it. Mm-hmm. And if I have that fear, it makes me extra motivated to do it because I'm like, fuck that.
Is there something that you wish people knew about where you're from that they don't see?
Sudanese people are so kind and so generous and so hospitable and like really the kind of people who will invite strangers into their home for like a cup of tea or for food. They're just so giving. It makes me emotional talking about it because with everything happening back home and like the war and how cast aside Sudan has been, when I think about the love that Sudanese people have for like the world and each other, I'm like, damn, they're really doing wrong like some of the nicest, like most beautiful people ever. Sudan is home, always has been, always will be.